podcast.
This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast. This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast. This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast, but it's a broadcast on IG and YouTube to make y'all laugh. To make y'all laugh. And some real life shit to make y'all laugh.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Holly Bugs.
Here, it's your boy Watts.
It's your boy Grizzly Green.
And this is not a podcast.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
And today we have a special guest in the house, Jersey Judd. Let's go. Survivor's own Jersey Judd in the building.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on? What up, Judd? How you doing, man?
What's up, baby? What do you say, Watts?
What's good, man? You know, we just here, man.
All right.
Yo, this guy's a fucking legend.
Yo, legendary, man.
Come on, man.
Jersey Judd, if you know, season 11, right? Season 11?
Season 11.
Season 11, man.
Guatemala.
Go check it out,
AKA
man.
the mastermind.
Guatemala.
The mastermind.
Facts, bro. Facts,
Mastermind, yo.
Your man, Jersey Judd, man. But
I like it.
I can't wait to get into that.
I can't wait to get into that pause. But before we get into that, let's get into, you know, what we do, our little trending topics going on and stuff. I think first we got to talk about, man, unfortunately, you know, let's dampen the mood a little bit, man, but these LA riots, man.
Oh.
These LA riot shit
out of
going
control,
on.
man.
It looks like, what, 94 when there was a big
the
riot?
Watch riot.
Yeah, the Watch
Or 92?
Watch
Watch
riot,
riots.
94, probably 94, yeah,
So look,
man.
it's starting to look like that
Yo,
all over
so-
again.
Yeah,
Look,
but fellas, I think about it as, I call it free looting.
Yeah,
Free
I was
looting.
just about to bring that up.
Yeah, it's free
where you
looting.
go to
It's not
free
a
shit?
riot. It's not a riot.
Okay.
It's called free looting.
That's
Gotcha.
exactly what it
Okay.
is. See, because there's a difference between peacefully protesting.
Right.
That shit just is out the window now.
Right,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's violence. Now it's looting. Now it's just let's see how far we could go.
How far we
and the
could
thing
be.
is, the police is not doing a lot from what I see.
Yo.
I'm pretty sure there's people getting locked up.
They grabbing motherfuckers up.
The
That's
thing is
crazy
that
shit.
the thing is that I think it will they know it will escalate if
Yo,
if
but
they
you
come
got
at it like that.
But if this is your town and shit's going crazy, you have to react to it. You have to put law and order.
Some type
Nah,
of
I feel you.
type of order.
Look what old boy did in Miami. I mean, in Florida.
Which
That
one?
sheriff in Florida said,
Oh, yeah.
we'll
Yo, he
kill
went on. He
you.
said we would kill you, put you in the graveyard
Yo,
or some shit, yo.
fellas, this shit's like a holiday.
He said we could run you over.
Speaking of a holiday, you know the show airs. It's gonna be your boy Grizzly Green's birthday. The show airs, bro. Grizzly Green's birthday. Happy birthday, Grizzly Green, bro.
Turn
So
it
you
on.
know.
This is
Turn
gonna
it all
air
red and
June
shit over there.
20th.
June 20th, Grizzly Green's
Nah, it's
birthday,
just,
man.
It's just shirt reflecting off my skin.
Looking good now. Looking good, Al.
You just went
Looking
tanning
good.
not too long ago? Yeah, you got
Oh.
a tan, man.
That's that Guatemala
You're
sun,
from
bro.
Guatemala, right?
Yeah, it still hit me. It still hit me. Everywhere I
3
go,
years
man.
later.
Everywhere I go, that sun's there. It's like,
That's
oh
what I'm
shit,
talking
he's
about.
back.
Nah, but they bugging out with that ice shit, man. Like I feel like the way they just running up on people, grabbing people, man, it's crazy. I see videos they grabbing the mothers that got the kids in their hand, taking the kids away. Like that shit is out.
The whole fam.
That shit's out of control, man.
They grabbing people that lived here for 20, 30 years.
Right, and then
that work.
hard-working citizens that been busting their ass
And
or like
they
this.
even voted for him.
And voted for him, yeah, which is kind of ironic.
So I want to play devil's advocate,
Yeah,
right? Because
talk
I
to me.
still think that's wrong.
Yeah.
That for them to doing that. But if you're illegal and you're here, do you have the same rights as
Obviously
far as
not.
no? But
Obviously
like
not.
No, but
legally,
like-
do you
Right.
have that same right that's
So-
given to an American?
What I would say is, what they're gonna say is all the time, like, what makes you like an American? Like, this is stolen land, bro. Like, we kind of the same.
Depending how
same
far,
people,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Depending
We
how
go
far
back
we go
to
back,
all the
yeah.
back, like we stolen land
Yeah.
too. We were those people way back then. So what's the fucking difference? You know what I'm
Fellas,
saying? Like,
fellas, I got to chime in on
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Talk, please.
Hey,
yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
The ICE is going after the criminals, man. I mean, people got to understand they're not going after ordinary people that work their ass off. I mean, what we're seeing on TV is not really what's
happening?
Yeah,
it's a little glimpse. A little glimpse.
They're going after the criminals, man.
Okay.
They're going after the rapists, the
Murderers, and shit.
murderers, and the trafficking, and come on.
I hope so, man. I hope so, because I don't know. Like I said, a lot of shit I've been seeing, but again, that could be just little glimpses of it that just to put out there, to put the narrative out there. You know what I'm saying? Because should be looking kind of crazy, bro.
Look,
but
the way I said this in past episodes.
yeah.
I'm all for people coming in, but I do think that you need to do it a legal way.
Right.
There got to
I
be a
agree.
way
I
of doing
agree.
it.
I agree.
You have
You need to
go.
be vetted.
You need to be
Right, right.
vetted.
I
You
agree.
need. I
Gotta
believe
be
in that.
vetted.
I agree
I don't
with that
believe
too.
in just open,
Pull it up, just pull it
open
up on it.
borders.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone could do that. Because
Yeah.
look, I got kids, so I look at things a lot different.
Right,
you got
right,
kids, you look
right,
at things a lot different. Not saying
Yes,
whoever
Al, I
doesn't
don't
have
kids.
it.
Go ahead. We
Not
know,
saying
bro.
whoever don't.
The other dads, I'm not a dad.
You look at
Uncle,
the
Uncle Watts, go ahead,
The king,
bro.
the
The king. Go ahead.
You just look at things different, man. So there you go. Let's go. Right on top of the headphones.
I the king. My name is Al Green. I'm the king. I have to take the garbage out, but I'm still the king.
Here we go.
Yo, but yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of different things. Like both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the homeboy with we got the Indiana, the crash in
You about to say
India.
Indiana Jones?
I was gonna say
Indiana Jones.
Indiana. I was gonna say the crash in Indiana. He might as well be Indiana
Nah,
Jones.
listen.
My man jumped out the plane and made it.
He jumped off the plane and landed on a bunch of
Judd,
trees.
you heard that?
Judd, you heard about this guy?
Yes.
Out of 200 people.
Yeah.
On 242.
242. He's the only one that made it out the plane to survive. Yo.
Look, I don't want to laugh, but that is unreal.
That dude's a superhero, bro.
But how can
He's a fucking superhero.
like, adrenaline takes over, right? Like obviously something
Joe, what
takes
you doing?
over.
What
Like,
you doing?
Yeah, what you like? What you think happens?
God forbid the plane's going down.
Your
That
seat
shit was
11.
video shopped. That was video shopped. That's just
video
like
shot.
impossible, man. How does somebody walk
jump.
out with nothing?
Nothing, bro. Walking the streets the next day, like no problem. Like
The same day?
The same day. Walking the streets, like
His
okay.
T-shirt, his white T-shirt.
And a
Hey,
white
what's up,
T-shirt.
guys? How you doing, man?
Judd, a little closer.
It was me. I made it. I'm the one that made it. That shit is crazy, bro.
That's me, man.
But Joe, what you doing? If you're sitting in seat 11 right next to the emergency door, you know your plane's going down. What you doing? You going for it? You're by yourself. You're not with family or anyone. Not with your twin brother. Shout out your twin brother.
Shout out
I'm
to your brother Tim in the building.
tearing ass out of there.
You're jumping too, right?
I'm jumping.
Are you helping though? Because you guys, you're supposed. Actually,
supposed to be a
when you
survivor.
sit
He is a
down,
survivor.
when you sit down, you know what I'm saying? They're like, hey guys, in case of emergency, you got to verbally be like, yes. My man obviously wasn't helping nobody else. He was just like, I'm out of here myself. He didn't help nobody else.
Yeah, but
bro.
they were all fried. He had no help.
Yeah,
man.
he was
They
just
were
like, yo,
fried
man,
already.
get it where you fit it, bro.
He turned around. Everyone still had the safety belt on. He's like, nah, fuck that. I'm out of here.
Wow, but man, shout out to the victims, baby.
Yes.
You know,
Shout
make it
out to
a light
the
event, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
A whole family was
Absolutely.
on there. something.
Shout out.
242
Shout out to the
people.
families
So
also.
it was going to India or leaving India?
I think it was going to the UK.
It was going to the UK,
going to UK
India
from
to the UK.
Yeah. Sheesh, man, that sucks.
That's crazy.
But
bro.
I mean, listen, man. I'm gonna keep it real, man. On a lighter note, man. I just want to get into a guest today, man. I think like
right.
Judd is he came in here full of energy, man. Your boy always got the energy, man.
We should have had the behind the scenes.
Yo,
footage.
facts, man. So yeah, so for the people that don't know, for the viewers that don't know, man, Jersey Judd, man, he was on Survivor season 11 in Guatemala, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you please explain to us, man, how that was, a little bit about
How
it?
did you get on Survivor?
How did you get on there? Yeah, how did that even happen?
I tell you what, I really didn't watch it. My wife loved it. She watched it.
I never watched. Didn't really watch
Hold
it.
up.
She probably wanted me out of the house for 43 days. And she's like, go to CBS Studios, because I worked on 55th and 7th. CBS Studios was on 57th. Go over there and try out Survivor.
Okay.
I'm like, man, there's going to be like 100,000 people there. Anyway, I saw the people go up and down the elevator, and I was there for 45 fucking minutes, man. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm on this.
They got him.
And the ironic thing is that my wife happens to be an actress.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
At the time, she
okay.
was, and then you got me, a Joe Schmo, man, out of nowhere, man. I'm like, shit, this shit's easy, man. I
Yeah.
should have thought about doing this years ago.
Did you always want to be in like the camera and like? Is that something you always wanted to do? Or your
No.
wife seen that potential in you?
Yeah.
as far as
That
your
Personality,
energy,
bro, because you got the personality.
You
for
know
that shit.
what?
You should be on
She's
TV.
seen the potential. She was like, dude, this guy can do anything, because I'm the real king.
Yeah.
Unlike-
Put the crowd on, bro.
Your wife takes out the garbage, right?
Your wife doesn't call
Oh
you and
my
say take out the
God!
garbage.
Holy shit, she does. She does.
So you're the real
Holy
king. You're the real
shit,
king.
my wife. I got to work at. I'm a bartender at night across the street over here.
Right,
yeah.
Yes, my wife does take out the garbage out. Green. Holy shit! When I pull up at 3 a.m, it's already there, pal. Holy shit, that's
You want
great.
to go to the backstory or no? You want to get in trouble?
I want to get into that now.
All right, get him.
No. I want to say is, I'm home before the garbage is taken out. All right, so you got an excuse.
I got you. Go ahead.
Yo, that's bad funny. So you're on Survivor. You decide you get when they call you at home and like, hey, come through. Like we picked you. How does the process work? Take us through
So
the
the
process.
process works is that you go to Manhattan
Right.
and you go up to the audition process
Okay.
in Manhattan.
And you take a tag like you're waiting to get deli meat cut.
Yeah. Number 54. Yeah, something like that. That's very well. Yeah, that
Well
was
spoken.
good, man. Anyway, so my wife, when I came home, she's like, yeah, how'd you make out? She's like, I never went. But going up, being there, seeing the people come up and down the elevator within, no exaggeration, I'm talking 30 seconds.
Right.
And I'm there for 45.
So you knew that was a good. That's a good
Yeah,
sign.
right
That's a good
away.
sign. Yeah.
And then when I exited where I was, they were like, yo, we need a Polaroid of you. I'm like, yeah.
I got it.
Anyway, I got home. My wife is like, yeah, did you go? I'm like, no.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Real king shit.
Yeah.
King shit.
Yo,
King shit.
yeah. King shit, right. So anyway, I got a call. I don't know. It was probably not too long after that, and fly me out to L.A. And now it's out of a certain amount of people. I think it was 50.
Okay. Oh, so there's a second part to
Yeah,
it.
the
Okay.
second round.
Okay.
So then I was sitting there, and you have you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but people started like disappearing. I'm like, wait, what's going on, man?
Right.
Being that said, you're there for 10 days, you're sequestered. Now, the producers was going to everybody else's room at the time but mine. And I'm like, and finally I call one of them over. I said, yo, dude, man, how come you guys are going to everybody's room but mine? They're like, Judd, we don't have to, buddy. Whatever you, because every day you had to go up to the penthouse and interview with the producers, the directors.
Yeah.
They already made their mind up.
Yeah,
They already knew you were good. Don't worry about it.
After day one, pal. You kidding me?
What kind of questions were they asking you during the actual interview?
What do you do for a living? And all sorts of things. What kind of sports you're into, and what do you like to do for your hobbies?
Did they ask you, do you like camping and hunting?
You know what?
And shit like that?
I tell you what, fellas, I never went camping in my life.
I was gonna say, I seen that. You said that on the shit. You said that on the show, yeah.
I never camped one day in my life. I wouldn't even know how to pitch a tent. But when you're out there,
You learn.
no, it's not that you learn.
Yeah.
That's not
You gotta
about
survive.
it. Yo, watch, simmer down, pal.
Yeah.
Simmer
down.
My fault, Your Majesty. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. My fault, Your Majesty.
You got to remember, all these people are from the Midwest where they milk cows, they ride horses.
You're from Jersey.
Yeah, I'm like, I do all that shit too, man. Yeah, man. I got cows, and we make milk, and because if you don't,
Right, you're out of here. You're out of
You
here.
out of here. Exit.
So,
You'll send somebody else.
yo, that's bad for you. So I have a question. So when the producers now you're talking about with the survivors, your castmates, when the producers and stuff, they ask you these questions. Are you telling them the truth about the shit? Or are you lying to them too? Like, yeah, bro, I got a cattle ranch in fucking up Jersey. Or you telling them like what's going on?
Nah, I was real with them.
Okay,
I was
okay.
real.
Nah.
I mean, I was, me and my twin brother were big wiffle ball players. So when I walked into one of the auditions, it said, I'm the #1 wiffle ball champ with a wiffle ball in my pocket.
Nice.
Yeah. So I took that motherfucker wiffle ball out. That thing went from here to like Cliffside Park. Yeah. They were like, dude, this motherfucker's on.
#1 wiffle ball champ.
Yeah, number one.
crazy.
Number
Yo,
one.
it's crazy because
Jesus Christ.
so we met you at the bar. We had Al Green. We met you at the bar, and we was like you talking about it. And it's crazy how you're a survivor, and you're like, oh, I'm a survivor. I'm like, all right, whatever, But then we watched the clips, and you were like a real contestant.
Oh,
like, you were a main character. You weren't just on Survivor.
Jersey in the house.
Yeah, man.
Jersey, jump
facts.
on for that.
Yeah,
Jump on for that.
Come on, man.
So how did you? I mean, I think I watching the clips. I could tell how you navigated through it. But what you say was your #1 attribute, like it's to navigate through the cast members and making it that far. You know what I'm saying?
Socialize.
Okay.
Socialize.
All right. So they loved you.
You got to be a social butterfly.
Did they love you? Because that one chick, Margaret, what was it, Marguerite, whatever, she didn't like you.
No.
She didn't like you, but everybody else
I
pretty
didn't
much
like
like,
her
yeah,
either.
you guys are going back and forth.
No bueno.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
bueno.
But everybody else liked you.
But
Yeah, well, I was the last one standing. I got beat by 5 girls and a gay guy.
Yeah.
So the gay guy was like, dude, let's get this guy out of here.
Right,
Because
right.
I want, they wanted to be the last one standing.
Yeah. I noticed that too. I felt like you had a good strategy the whole time.
Dude.
But then
you know what he did though?
Yeah.
He did a regular Jersey.
just say
slick talk shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Little BS here. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yo,
nice.
yeah.
State your presence over here. Yeah.
Go with the she was telling me earlier, because that's where the BS goes, where they trying to figure out the
shit.
strategy of like what happened that day. Where we talking about what you was telling me earlier, when you won the immunity and the prize.
My favorite part.
Yeah.
Though, well, I got 2 parts that I was fucking screaming watching. When they go and you're allowed to get after you was drinking, they gave you the food, and you're allowed to get like the little note of where the I guess the
Clue
immunity, the clue
the
was.
idol, yeah.
And then you go and you tell one person where it's at.
On the floor.
Stephanie,
It's
yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah. So, no, then he comes back to the squad, right? And he's like, "You guys, I just want to be honest with you guys. He goes, "This XYZ on the floor." They said it's located here at XYZ, but the whole time he's bullshitting.
Yo,
But
the
they
clue was
ate
like
it up.
the clue was
They
like
ate
the
it
shit's in the
Listen.
tree somewhere up there.
Yo, fellas, you're missing it. You're missing it.
I gotta tell us.
I got whacked the day before.
Yes.
Before
Right,
that.
that's what I was going to.
drinking. Now, when you're in the jungle,
Okay.
you're not sleeping. I mean, the
Bugs.
howling
Oh, my God.
monkeys, the bugs, man, they're
Okay.
getting you. So when I got up and I blurted that out to Stephanie, I was fucking in the bed, man. Yeah. I was still hammered.
The night before, right?
I
On
was
one.
just like, whoa. I was like,
Yo,
whoa.
hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Another thing. They was like, yeah, someone threw up in camp. And he was like, nah, I threw up in the
He was
cave.
like, yeah, that wasn't me.
They're
What's
like,
up,
no, you threw it right here.
Yo, I don't remember.
That was the part I was about to bring up. Like, yo, he's like, I threw up. They're like, nah, that wasn't me. I threw up
Nah,
over
that
here. They're like,
wasn't
no,
me,
it was
man.
right. It was
Nah,
right here, bro.
yeah,
Like in the
that
bed, like
wasn't
right
me.
Where he slept at.
right in the bed.
Yo, what about the episode when the beer was missing?
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
so you had the extra beer,
You said
yeah.
the extra beer. Yo. So yeah. So they go around. They gave. I think they gave everybody like
One beer,
whoever
right?
won. Everybody gets like one beer, right? Or two beers.
Two beers.
And I guess she got to it first. And
No. What I did was
explain to us. Yeah,
I'll tell you what happened.
Yeah.
That was all me. I mean, I got to say it was all me. You had to push a ball around that weighed 500 pounds.
Got you.
So you had to push it from one goal to the other goal.
Okay. Damn.
So when I got back to camp, now I was the only guy that stayed in that challenge.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of saying, "Oh, you're tired, Judd."
Yeah.
No, nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
So I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm ready to go. Anyway, before that, the reward was that you win beer and a hot dog. Now, this is like after 20-some days.
I'm
you
not
didn't eat.
eating shit. Right.
Yo,
You're
that's
itching
right.
for a
You
beer.
love-
Can't wait, bro.
No, that's what I love.
Hot dog with a beer?
A glizzy and a beer, bro.
Can't go wrong with it.
After 3 weeks of not eating, hell yeah.
Oh, that's what I love. And that was our reward.
Right.
So anyway, I felt like the champ, man. After, I lifted up the weight for the teams. I
Right.
said, man, this is great. Everybody, I think it was 2 beers and a hot dog and a burger, but I pawned off my burger. I pawned off my soda.
Yeah.
I pawned off my hot dog.
Just wanted beers.
The beers be fuck that.
Yo, now you got Jersey Judd sitting on the roof. Now you got
All that shit.
Yo, Poppy, you got Jersey Judd sitting on the ruin in Guatemala. Sitting on the top. Like
Drinking
this.
beers like
This.
real
like,
king shit.
yo.
Real king shit, right?
Some chick comes out of nowhere and says, yeah, there's a beer missing. First thing you hear out of my mouth, it wasn't me.
I seen that clip. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Says a guy 3 beers down. right?
Drunken shit.
No, I was already 6, 7 beers now.
Damn,
I pawned all my food off for
For
the
beers.
beer.
This was straight beers.
Gallo. Shout out to Gallo.
Gallo. That's a
That's the
Guatemala
beer.
beer.
That's the beer.
Guatemala beer.
Oh, my God. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that was definitely
But
my
look,
favorite.
that was
Think about it. It's hot and that beer.
Oh, cold beer is great.
And they had a
Hell
cold,
yeah.
though? They had an ice cold?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
My job was
Come on, my
my
brother.
job was
Cold
to
beer like
take the
that?
cooler with the Gallo in it. That was my job after the reward. I said, don't touch this.
I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll take. I had to
I
this.
got this. I'll take care of you guys.
That's funny.
Yo, that's bad.
And for the people that don't know, right, you need to watch it because he was the strongest person probably
Facts.
on that
Facts.
show. He was winning
He was pulling the string.
challenges. He was
Facts.
getting immunity. Like, he was doing all that.
He was pulling the strings too. He was doing a lot of pulling the strings
Behind
I
the
watched
back
it.
shit,
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
That's a
100%.
Jersey shit,
Yeah,
man.
that was
Jersey
Jersey
shit.
shit. They weren't ready for an animal like
Yeah,
you, right?
they wasn't ready for
weren't.
that, bro.
No, but like I said, it's a social game, man.
Yeah.
You gotta. It's social. It's not. I mean, you have to win your challenges physically.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I'm an
of course.
athlete.
Right,
Yeah,
I mean, I wrestle.
Obviously, yeah.
Football, baseball.
Drink.
Yeah,
Drink.
curl
Drink.
beer,
No, I'm fucking-
curl beers.
Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good
bro.
at this shit.
Pawn
man. I'm good at this shit. So I'm like, all right, but in all reality,
It's really social game.
Yeah,
Right.
social.
No, yeah. It
Is there? Was there? Who was your favorite cast member?
My favorite cast member was this knucklehead called Jamie Newton.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shout out to Jamie.
Shout out to Jamie
Yeah,
Newton.
shout to Jamie.
And also, if I was correct, Jamie's the one that he got like blindsided. He
Oh, Jamie had what you call like a paranoia episode. He
Okay.
was very paranoid at times. Just Because you got to remember, when you're out there for 20-something days, you're not eating, you're not drinking.
Right.
Your mind's
Shit's
gonna
different.
drift.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, yo.
You're not mentally strong for that
No.
shit. You got to be mentally strong for that.
No,
Yeah.
dude, you're a creature, man. You're like something that nobody's ever seen before. the first 10 days, the guy was cool. All of
It
a
started
sudden-
changing slow.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy, yo.
Yo, I'm like, holy shit. I hope this doesn't happen to me.
And you won there, what, how many days you say you made it through?
43.
The show
And
the
in
top was
43.
43.
Okay.
It ends at 39. I was there for 33.
Wow.
Almost-
Jeez,
he almost did it.
And
Yeah.
and who won? Danny won, right? Danny won.
yeah.
Danny was down with you originally and kind of switched it up.
No,
at the
I'll
end,
tell
or-
you what.
Yeah, how
If you
did
saw
that?
the first episode,
Okay.
this is where I knew it was going away.
Okay.
I knew it.
When shit hit the fan, yeah.
I'm a big swimmer. So
Okay.
I jump out of a boat not knowing that pond is infested
Oh, with the mud.
crocs.
Yeah.
Oh,
with the
my.
mud. That's what.
So anyway, I jump
You're the
off
first
this
one off the boat, right?
And then I go into quicksand. Like and this is what I go into quicksand. And now when you're on that show, everybody wants to be the hero.
Right.
Yeah.
So nobody gave a fuck about me.
They left.
No.
was in the mud.
When I was
That's
in the
what I had
mud,
the mud.
I'm holding on to roots on the bottom just to get me closer to the boat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you almost died.
So almost died. Yeah.
Episode 1.
Yeah. So
The
these,
end.
So all of a sudden, I look up and there's not an arm out. There's nobody saying, "Yo, dude, man, you need some help."
Yeah. They're like, fuck
Yeah.
it. One less contestant.
Yeah.
One less
Yeah.
contestant.
around.
We're like, we're good. They're like, yo.
Yeah, Watt said it best.
They're like, all right,
Watt said it
one
best.
less contestant, bro.
Yo, he's up there
There
here
you
in the
go.
quicksand. He's like, yo,
They're like, all right.
Everybody's looking around like, yo, where is he? You see
Yo,
him?
they gave him one of the beers, and he got right back out.
No.
Some Popeye shit.
So
He's
now
up here
that
like,
was after that happened, man. I'm like, you know what, man?
Oh, for you.
Fucking
For
game
fire.
on.
you noticed the game.
on.
Game on, man.
So actually, it probably worked out in your favor
Oh,
because
it did.
it opened your eyes to like,
Hey,
oh, this
listen,
is some
my
real
wife's a
shit
big believer. Things happen for a reason.
Right.
That was the reason.
So you've seen that. All right.
Yes, I was like, you know
He said,
what?
oh, shit.
It's like
It's a,
Savage
it's a
Time.
competition.
Yeah,
It's a competition. It's a
and
competition.
These fuckers ain't
Ain't
helping
no
me.
give a shit.
So there I go.
That's
Turn
I was
cool.
gonna tell you. So my question, right, to you now is, if there was a reunion, would you do it again?
Oh, absolutely. I just went to an event not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago, and I was picked for a couple of them. It was like villains and heroes. So now they're up to season 50.
Right.
So I try,
Yeah.
I try my hardest to
get
get
on
back
there.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Yo, man, Survivor, man.
I'll
If you
tell
guys
you
listen to producers,
I'll tell you
need
what,
to
I'll
get Judd
take
back on there, man. I haven't watched this since he left. You put it back on, I'm watching it again, man. Let's go, man. Come on, bro. For real. We need to get him on there, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
For real, bro.
Let's go.
Now you like I said, you was a great character on there. It was again when you first said it, I'm like, nah, all right, you was on Survivor. Let's see. Then I started
showed us
watching.
the
I said,
video,
oh
yep.
shit, no, you was really on it. Like, you
Yeah,
was
but what I
a
say
real
to you
character.
guys too, you and Al Green and Watts, I said, yo, dude, you guys are gonna laugh. Yeah.
Nah, it was.
Oh,
it
I
was.
Because
It was
True
green.
Jersey,
Little
man.
bit.
yeah, yeah.
True Jersey.
It was, that's
True
that's all
Jersey
it
shit.
was.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
when you on there, right? How was it like the production wise, right? Because it's like a lot of people say that shit is fake, whatever the case may be. Is it like, do they come to you and they're like, all right, guys, we're gonna shoot this scene?
no,
So,
no,
or is it
no,
really
no,
like
no.
how it is?
See, I can understand why people think that, but
Right.
no, it's the total opposite.
Okay.
It's
as real as it gets?
real deal.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, before you even start the show,
Yeah.
the producers and
You sign waivers and everything clearly.
Of course,
right?
yeah, hell yeah.
but you literally have to watch out for your surroundings.
Yeah.
They say, hey, listen, you got to watch out.
A little closer, Judd.
You got to watch out for your surroundings. This is what, the closest hospital, I believe, was 3 hours away in a helicopter.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I
a helicopter.
remember doing a confessional, and a confessional is when they ask you questions. So I was doing a confessional, and there's a hole like that big, man, tiny. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there with one of the producers, because they don't talk to you. They're very, very talented people,
Right.
too. I mean, they had to run with us in that jungle.
Okay.
You saw the first episode.
Athletes, too. They're athletes,
yeah.
So they right behind you running out. Yeah. Sheesh. That's crazy.
And then the next morning,
With
they all-
equipment.
Then the next morning, they all smell like alcohol. You're
Right,
like,
because they're
"Fuck,
chilling in the
man,
camp.
wish I had-"
They're chilling in the camp. They're good. They're not sleeping with no
wish
fucking
I had
cops
it.
with them.
Yeah, I wish I
facts.
had it here, man. Anyway, I'm sitting there, I'm doing my confessional like a chair that I'm in now, and this thing starts coming out little by little. And it happened to be a tarantula that was the
shit.
size
Oh,
of
my
Watts'
God.
head.
Yeah, that's a big, that's a big motherfucking tarantula.
Well,
That's a dome.
well, I looked around. I saw you had the biggest head here.
Ma,
so
I don't know what's going on, man. They won't come for me again, man.
Come on, man. We love you,
Nah. So the tarantula came up on you?
Yeah,
Hey,
no, it
yeah,
didn't come up on me. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, and me and the producer are sitting there, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, what do I do? Like, because I never camped in my life. Like,
I never camped in my life.
Hey,
Go to
hey, Watts.
Guatemala or
Hey,
something.
Watts.
Crazy.
Do I pet it?
Do I pet it?
Can I take it home? Can I take it home?
Do I milk it?
Hey,
Can I go
what's
through
up,
customs
buddy?
with this shit?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, pal?
Yo, what I want to know, was there ever a time that you were there on the show thinking like, what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, where you
Every
laying,
day, probably.
where you laying on leaves,
hold on,
and you're like, what the fuck is
I'll tell you right now.
What happened about
The day after he threw up, well, I heard you threw up twice.
No.
That's his head.
Yeah. Shit, yo.
The second time after the
Yo,
6
look at Al
beers.
Green getting ready to bust balls. Yeah, it's coming.
But you ever had that moment where you were like, yo, man, what the hell am I doing on this shit? Like on the show? Or was it always, it was just
No,
a
I'll
surprise
tell you
for
what happened.
What I'm saying, when he woke up hungover, he probably was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Yo?
No,
Well, let's see.
that was good.
That
for
must
me.
be the
Let's
worst,
see what
though.
he-
No, that because I was drunk for like 2 days, man.
Right.
I'm like, fuck, man. All right. But being that said, what you said, what was I doing here? My first day there, some model dude comes up and he's like, yeah, dude, I don't know if I can do this. Now, you don't know if they're trying to.
Game you.
Right, it's game or it's real. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like,
okay.
yeah.
They be doing that. That's a setup right there.
Right.
I was like,
That's the
dude,
setup. That's the setup.
yeah.
how
But
they
it
do it.
wasn't because the guy was a real puss.
He was. He never made it.
No. Every day he'd have a problem every day, this dude. Like and you see it on the episode, he have a
get this out your
problem.
way.
He's like, yeah, I don't feel good. And I don't, this and that. And then you have everybody tending to him.
Yeah.
But nobody fucking ever tended to me.
Right.
No, right?
Oh,
You almost fucking die holding roots.
That's that Jersey, that's that Jersey
So
shit.
Dr. Quick said, like, fuck it. It's Judd. He can make it. He's all right. He's good. He's good. Don't worry about it.
they
Just give him a beer. He'll be all right. Just give him a beer. He'll be all right.
they just didn't like me, pal.
and Judd, Judd.
I don't know.
Wait,
How
who did like
tall
you?
are you? How tall are you?
6'1".
6'1". You look bigger than you carry yourself bigger than 6'1".
Yeah?
Yeah, I think.
Nice. I like
I think you're
the way
like 6'2",
think.
6'3".
I like the way you're talking, pal.
Another question I have is, I didn't see this part of it, so maybe it was in the clips or not. So when you create camp, right? What do you sleep on? Leaves and shit? Like what? Or is there like how does that work?
Make the pond fronds that are. You have to find a pond frond that you make kind of like a tent.
Okay.
But it's not comfortable.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I tell you what, to be honest with you, first, I don't know, it's got to be 20-something days. You don't even sleep.
Yeah.
You got those monkeys throwing shit at you.
Yeah.
Literally shit or
Yeah, shit. Oh, they don't like you.
Yeah. You're in the habitat, bro. What are you doing here? This is
Yo, what's up, pal? Who are you?
This ain't Jersey, bro. This ain't Jersey, bro.
Yo, niggas story shit.
But I remember my first episode too. See, I'm a big swimmer, like I said before. The pond that we were at was infested with crocodiles. But
Right.
my thing, it was like $110, $120 out there.
Okay. Damn,
So
for real?
I'm like, dude, man,
Yeah.
I gotta go swimming.
Yeah.
I
I'll give a fuck. Yeah, it's hot. It's too hot. Yeah.
But now the thing is that the crocs come up at dawn because one of the girls, that girl Cindy that you might have saw on the
Right.
show, was a zookeeper.
Okay, so she knew how the animals
So
move.
the producers after the first day, they're like, dude, you're swimming around this fucking place like you're allowed to, like it's
like
Club
it's
Med.
like it's fucking a lake. Like it's a lake.
Yeah, you chilling.
Yo,
Niggas swimming with the
you're
sharks,
sitting there,
yo.
you're sitting on your
crocodiles.
back. You're sitting on your
Floating.
back, like, yeah, man.
This is the life.
Is great.
There's 100 fucking
Crocs
Yeah.
right,
Crocs.
right,
No,
right
so
under
check
you,
it out.
circle
Check it
your
out.
ass.
So they come up to me. They're like, yeah, we're bringing some croc experts up to camp. I'm like, oh, cool.
Good.
I thought they were going to be like Crocodile Dundee or something. They're like, dude, man, you can't go in the water, man. You don't know. You have no idea.
Don't go no water.
That's an expert.
What a great expert.
Expert advice.
No, they got him especially for me.
They're like, don't go
Like, yo,
inside there.
you stay with this guy and make sure you don't go in that water the whole fucking
So,
time.
so I'm
in.
telling the zookeeper, Cindy, I'm like, yo, Cindy, man, you're a zookeeper. I said, okay, I get it. They came up here. They said, I can't go swimming no more. I can't lay on my back,
Right.
lay on my belly, get a tan no more. I get it. What do we do?
How do I get in the water?
She's like, all right,
How do we
Judd.
do this?
She's like, all right, Judd. She's like, you know what? The crocs like to come out during dawn, like when the sun's coming down.
Right.
That's when they come out, because when we went to tribal councils in a boat, you'd see like they're all big bass. They're
Yeah.
still like big laying there. I said, so what do we do?
Yeah.
And now I was the guy too that washed everybody's clothes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Was that part of the social game, or that was just some shit you just did? Social game.
Oh,
Right, got
social.
you. Like,
Mine
yo,
fucks. Mine
Yeah,
fucks.
but I told
keep
my
him here
wife.
so I keep my shit
no,
clean.
unlike him, I
Yeah.
told my wife how to do wash.
Oh,
Yeah, Al King, Al King.
Al King.
Yeah, Al
The
King.
king. Your
Yeah, I
Majesty.
did. I really did.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I had to teach my wife how to do wash. Anyway, being that said,
Jab, jab.
anyway, being that said, like I said, you know, the Crocs, then we had the Croc tank. Oh, this was great.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to challenge that. They
Okay.
said, yo, Judd, I'll give you a Croc. Not Judd.
Yeah.
You guys won the challenge, so now they give you a Croc tank that it's barbed wire. So when you jump in, it's like a box, like
Right.
a shark tank.
Like a shark tank.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
protected. You're protected. You're protected. Yeah, yeah.
Protected.
They
my
made that shit
ass.
just for you. That wasn't even a real thing. They're
We're about to lose
they're
this
yo,
guy if we don't adjust.
They made that bullshit for you. They was like, yo, oh yeah, the winner against a Croc tank. That wasn't even part of this shit, bro.
That's crazy.
Producers
yo.
are in there like,
Nah,
all right, we're gonna lose this guy.
Give him a Croc tank and some beers. He'll be all right.
nah. The Croc tank, I think it was already in. It was a gift. It was
Yeah.
a reward that we won.
Okay.
A made
Anyway,
up reward.
it wasn't really like a Croc.
Allegedly.
Wasn't really a Croc
Yeah,
tank
yeah.
because it was like wire that you seen these son of.
They're gonna eat that shit.
through that
They eat
wire.
through that wire. No
Yeah.
fucking
It's like
problem.
these niggas is they setting me
Yeah,
up
no
right now.
fucking
Dude,
problem,
I can't
bro.
believe it to this day that I mean I see a Shark Tank where it's like really
A bar,
Right, like a metal shit for real, for real.
Oh, this was like something I made.
They built on the side. I'm telling you, they built on the side.
Chicken coop
Yeah, I
wire.
can't, even, I can't even change a light bulb, but this is it's something that looked
You can
like
make
what
it, you
I
can
would do with a couple wires or something.
Yeah, that's crazy, yo.
What you call it? What's the wildest shit that you ate out there?
You know what? I tell you what, we were offered corn every day, and I tell you what, I didn't eat at all. I won so many challenges.
Oh, so you was because you was
when
winning.
I ate, I
Pure
threw
fumes.
up. I
Gotcha.
couldn't figure it out until somebody told me. I don't know who it was on the show. If you drink that much water, you'll be all right. Because when I started winning challenges, I would eat.
Right.
But dude, I felt like shit because you eat like a horse, and you're like, damn.
Right.
Man. So after that one challenge that Al Green was talking about that I got hammered on, I stopped eating after that. And I was cool with it, man. I was like, all right, man, I can live off a
Yeah,
little.
you made it too.
But now the water that we had to get too.
Yeah.
See, these days, the way Survivors played, the water's there.
Okay.
We had to go down every day.
to get the
and grab the
water.
water
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Had
And
like
that
boil, you had
shit
like
was
boil,
heavy.
boil it and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
okay.
3 hours.
Damn.
No, that shit was heavy to watch.
Yeah.
And then you got to drink warm water.
Yeah. No, you gotta cool. You let it cool down. You let
Well,
it
you cool down.
Yeah,
It's
you
still-
let it cool
No,
down.
you
It's still
wanna
hot.
drink
Yeah, it's
that
still
like
hot.
a
Yeah.
cold.
So
Ain't
when
no
my
cooler
wife
over
got
there.
to visit
Facts.
me and see me, you know, she thought, see, now on Survivor, what happens in those situations is that when you win your family challenge, you go to like a resort and you take a shower.
Oh,
and this.
see,
So
normal
when
shit.
she got to see me, she had to stay in the jungle with me for 24
Oh
hours.
shit.
And drink all the shit that was, it was like fucking crocodile shit, and, you know, feces.
Yo.
But yeah, when you're boiling it up and it's boiling, you're like, oh, this shit's good, man.
Yo, it's crazy.
Do you think so I noticed that too, that you had like the family experience, you made it as far, because I know a lot of shows, reality shows, they go like when you get further enough, the family comes.
The family comes.
Do you think that the family visit your wife, seeing your wife, and was it you have kids? Was it kids?
I got one daughter.
Okay, your daughter.
She was young though.
Do you think that helped you in the
Yes.
experience, or made it worse
check
because you
this
gotta
out.
miss the family?
I'm glad you brought
Yeah.
that up, pal.
Yeah.
Check this shit out,
Yeah.
man. This is why, guys, ladies and guys, please listen to your wife at all times. I'm
King
telling
shit,
you.
Oh, I thought he was a king. What happened?
No, this is a fact.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, and my wife comes to visit me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm telling her about the game. I said, I'm the last guy here, besides the gay guy. I mean, still a male, but
Right.
I'm the last guy here. He probably wants me out because he wants to be the guy there. And she's like, Judd, when she left, Watts. Ow.
Bugs.
When she left, she's like, don't say nothing to that one girl over there. It's the girl that won. The next day I did.
Damn.
Yeah,
So she tried
if
to tell
I
you.
shut
So
my
you listen
mouth,
to her.
if I shut my mouth for 4 more days,
That shit changes.
Yeah.
It changes. Damn. Yeah.
What was the grand prize for that again?
$1 million.
$1 million.
Oh my
bro.
God.
Then you wouldn't be here though. We wouldn't. I'll tell you that. We probably never have you on. This was the constellation prize. If you would never been here if you'd have won, bro.
So, question. So, that $1 million, first thing you're doing?
First thing I'm doing is buying a house.
There you go.
Nice.
Smart investment.
Where?
Jersey,
Guatemala.
Jersey or Guatemala?
Jersey.
Jersey.
Okay.
Jersey.
Dad, so your wife told you because I seen the way it was like
Dude,
it was you were doing good. You were doing good.
Yes.
But then I think what happened was you were doing
Dude,
too
you got to
too
remember,
good.
Watch. She wasn't even there. She
Right.
wasn't even
Yeah.
playing the
And
game.
she just caught that off the. She caught that off. What was intuition?
Your instinct, yeah.
Uh-huh.
She
She caught
caught
that.
intuition.
She caught that.
Shh, don't say a damn
Watch
word.
that. Watch that one. She
That's
knows
why
what's up.
when my wifey goes, the garbage must go out.
He said, "Oh, listen, garbage must go out." Way to bring it back out. Nah, yeah, that's crazy because, like I said, I feel like you was doing really good. But then it got to the point where they noticed that you were doing too good.
Then
and
the target becomes
that's
in
when
your
you
head.
became a target. Like, yo, he's doing too good. It's gonna be a problem if I'm going up against him.
Yeah,
And
but
then
you gotta
the
remember
bullshit
too.
was-
Yeah,
Right.
you got to take out
I
the
think
best.
that gay guy was pissed too. He wanted to be the last guy there.
Yeah.
I got rid of every guy there.
Right.
Except for the one gay guy.
Yeah.
Those motherfucking gay guys are tough.
And then what the fuck happened with the other guy, the Gary guy that it was like he's
Gary
he's
Huggable,
a quarterback, and he was like,
Yeah.
no, he didn't say he was trying to act like he wasn't, but
He was
really
a landscaper. He said he was.
yeah, but
hey, let me tell
he
you
was
something
really a
about Gary
quarterback.
Huggable.
Yeah,
When I walked into a challenge, because you got to size yourself up. You're like, all right,
Always.
this is what we're doing. I got
Right.
this, I got that. He was one of the older guys.
right.
That dude was tough.
Yeah, he's a fucking athlete. Quarterback is no joke.
Hey, did you see the pulling the rope with the tug of war?
Yeah.
Yo, that son
You
of a
won that
bitch.
one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
he
one you
thought
won.
he was going to get me from, I don't know, that exercise all the way over here. And I'm like, nah.
Nah, bro, that
You didn't give
Not
up, man. You didn't
happening.
give up.
And that's when I told him, I said, yo, you were a quarterback? He's like, nah, I'm a landscaper. I said, you're full of shit. You know?
Yeah, he was trying to keep that under wraps the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
man.
was an athlete.
Yeah, so
I can't blame him for that, though.
Nah, so man, I love the stories, man. It's great. But as for our viewers, we have our segment on here, Boogie's famous 5 questions, right?
Boogie!
Boogie got his 5 questions. He's
Let's
gonna ask
go.
you, man. Quick hitters. Give me your best answer, man. Let's go. Ready?
Okay.
Number 1.
Question number 1.
What was your biggest failure and what did you learn from the experience?
Biggest failure was telling somebody I thought they were in my alliance, but they weren't, that I trusted throughout the game, and that was my failure.
Shit.
So what you
what'd you
learn
learn
from
from
that? Yeah. Not to trust.
Not to trust the person in your life.
No, listen, don't trust anybody in your fucking life like I knew that before.
All right, fair enough. Question number 2.
Tell me about the most influential people in your life and how did they impact you?
The most influential people, I tell you what, I don't want to sound my wife. I mean, she's been through so much. My daughter weighed a pound when she was born.
Oh,
and
wow. So
God bless you.
She suffered from a lot through the pregnancy, but we got both of them still here.
God
Thank
bless.
you. I love you guys.
God bless. Word
man.
up.
Shout out to wifey.
Shout out
Thank
to
you,
wifey.
thank
Shout out to
you,
your
thank
wife.
you.
And
100%.
she was
And the
strong
kids.
enough to allow him. She probably won him out the house.
Yeah, she's
but-
probably, she probably enjoyed it.
She
stay
supported
longer.
him. Yeah,
He's
she
like, oh, you got
yo,
eliminated.
Yo, but watch, I'm the queen.
That's it.
King shit. Yeah.
King
All right,
shit.
number 3.
What's your favorite movie and why?
My favorite movie is The Jerk.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, Steve Martin, right?
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
I've never seen it.
Steve
Hey,
Martin. That's old school
I
shit.
had to bring a movie out there in Guatemala. They want you to bring a movie out when you.
Oh, yeah? The
Because
Jerk.
there's a Ponderosa.
Okay.
So after you got a few days left, and I was a jerk. But
So that was one thing you wanted to do out there, right?
Yeah, but nobody laughed, man. Except nobody yeah, it was crazy.
All right, number 4.
What's your favorite dish
My favorite
that
dish
you
is
can eat every day?
chicken Mandera.
Oh,
Explain to some
Mandela.
people.
What
Okay,
is that?
chicken
Don't
Mandera,
explain
ladies and gentlemen. It's a chicken that's covered with sautéed mushrooms, cream sauce, asparagus, and then topped with linguine.
Nice. That's some real Italian shit, bro. Real Italian shit right there, bro.
Wow.
Nice. All right, what's the question number 5?
Last one.
Last question.
If you can pick a career, what would it be?
If I can pick a career, what would it be?
your dream
Dream
Selling.
career.
Selling, man.
Selling.
Yeah, I'm
Selling
all
what?
about
Selling what? You said
Selling any fucking thing.
Boats,
Anything.
yachts.
A
Yeah, I don't
salesman.
care. Yeah, I sell anything.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, you should be a salesman.
Yes.
I can tell by the
Thank
fucking.
you.
Boy, you are like.
Whenever we go to the bar, we want one drink.
Bro, I
then
go-
he goes, all right, this one's on me.
Yeah,
yeah,
And
we
then
can leave
drink
out
it
there
down and then
hammering, bro. Leave out there hammering.
Big Out Green.
Yo.
Last time he was there, he was like, "Yeah, I thought it was coming in for one."
Yo,
I said,
last time, literally, I was like, yo, I'll go one drink, and ended up, I don't even know what
So
happened.
what happens? So we go over there, we get one drink, right? We're chilling with him, chopping it up. Next thing you know, he goes, yo, next one on me, guys. Don't worry about
Right.
it. Boom, another one. Then I was like, Judd, let me get another one.
Yeah, fuck.
And then, yo, let me get one more.
Yo,
Oh, I love you guys.
All he got to do is give one.
Good word,
And
fact.
then
Thank
we're going to
you,
get more.
fellas.
And then we ended up here.
I love you guys.
So look, real quick,
Nah, yeah,
little
yeah.
side note.
No, good.
All right, so he works at a bar not too far from the studio, right? We go there all the time. We knew him
Always
for a
show
minute.
love,
Yeah, we
facts.
always show love. Great guy, man. You should
Yeah,
go visit the bar. You
100%,
want me
yeah.
to shout it out?
We went.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. The Colonial.
You shout out.
Yeah.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, the Colonial
Address
Survivor, Jersey Judd, at the Colonial, 7119 Grand Avenue.
Let's go.
So-
Let's do it.
So we go over there and then we just start chopping it up. He watches the podcast, so thank you for
Yeah,
that.
appreciate that.
appreciate that.
We started
Facts.
talking about that.
Yeah,
and then
very
that's how
good
we found
podcast,
out.
fellas.
That's how we found out he was
That's
on
how we found
Survivor.
out he was on
He was like, I
Survivor.
was on Survivor. Like, yeah, we was like,
Yeah,
all right,
but I
cool.
I
But
watched your guys' podcast
Yeah, we
before that.
appreciate
You came in. Wow, man, it was
Thank you, man. Thank you,
hilarious.
we,
Good job, fellas.
we appreciate that. So
Boogie!
before before we wrap it up, is I mean, you shout out the bar already, but anybody else you want to shout out or
Yeah, I want to
promote
shout out
anything
you got
to
going on?
I want to
Yeah.
shout out to Toyota John. Toyota John.
Shout out to Toyota John.
One of my favorite customers, Toyota John.
Wow.
Anybody wants to buy a car, you go to Hackensack. Don't know what the address is, but his name is Toyota John.
How you doing, Toyota John? How you
Johnny,
doing?
how you doing?
So nice. All right, man. Yeah, Book, bring us out. Let's go.
Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Holly Boogs.
Yeah, it's your boy Watts.
It's your boy Grizzly Green.
And this is not a podcast.
Jersey
Shout out to our
Judd.
guest, Jersey Judd in the building. You heard? Survivor Season 11, Guatemala. Check it out.
Let's go.
This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast. This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast.
This is not a podcast. This is not a